ಯಾವುದು?
Hello.
Hello. Yes, sir.
In last session, yeah, what did we discuss? Pipelines.
Yes.
Pipelines and deployment, right?
Yeah.
So within the pipeline, how to run the different stages, right?
Yes, sir. Yes.
And different stages, and also check the label or the node, like agent, right?
Yes, sir.
This is what, right? So what we will do, create one Maven project.
Okay.
One second.
Yes.
So we'll talk about Jenkins file. This is important. So whatever the pipeline script we are writing, that was through sandbox, right? So remember that whatever we are writing, that we are taking the skeleton and we are modifying it.
Yes.
So normally how it works in real-time scenario is there will be a Jenkins file for every project,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
So the Groovy script or the pipeline
Hmm.
will be saved in the Jenkins file, and that will be part of the repo.
Okay. Sir, your voice is breaking in between. I can't hear you properly.
Is it better now?
Yeah, sir.
Okay. So this is our master and this is our slave. Slave. Actually, I thought of skipping class today. There was no power almost since from morning. Now we got it.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, this is our slave and this is our master. It's our slave, right? 70. It's taking too much time today. So, okay, now copy your slave and launching configure. Okay. So let us create a new pipeline script. Maybe pipeline 3 and a pipeline job. Okay. So hope you remember the Maven part, right? So again,
Yes, sir.
take the default one.
Okay.
So agent any instead of any will we will create, what is the syntax to specify? Yes, you remember?
To specify.
label
Like,
specific slave or node. So agent any will distribute the work to the
whichever is
slaves,
free.
whichever is free. But if you
Yeah.
want to run a job on a specific
Hmm.
node, then you need
Then
to specify
specify.
label. I hope this is our node name, right? Linux.
Hmm.
Under the stages, we'll say Maven compile. Maven compile, right?
Yeah.
So under the steps, what is the syntax to execute any command in Linux?
SH because of it.
Search, yeah, and within the double quotes,
Yeah.
mvn hyphen version or hyphen version. Hyphen version.
I, so from tomorrow, can you ask them to create a new link?
Oh, so I'm really sorry, I forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, sorry. I will make sure. Wait, I will forget.
Okay. I pinged you also before starting this call in WhatsApp.
Oh, is it? No. I was continuously on calls actually. Just I was on call till last night, till 8 o'clock. I didn't check phone also. Okay, yeah, you can see your message. I'm sorry. I will do it for tomorrow for sure.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Actually, the power gone here, so I got a Wi-Fi disconnection. I turned on my mobile network. No
Oh,
issues.
okay. No. Till last night I was on call actually today till 8 o'clock.
Um,
So
uh,
I didn't
okay.
see my phone also.
Okay.
I will ask them to create for sure tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's say Maven version.
Hmm.
Apply. This is the sandbox I was talking about. This is called sandbox. Whatever we are writing here.
Okay.
Okay, build now. Just check the console output. So it is displaying the Maven version in
Version.
Linux node,
Hmm.
right?
Yes.
Now
Yeah.
let's say I want to modify my Maven version to a different what do you say,
Version.
version.
Hmm.
Okay,
Okay.
how can I do that? See, there will be a requirement, right?
Hmm.
If we are building a specific release, let's say 1.0 or 2.0, 3.0, whatever it is, for the latest one, always it will be a latest version release. If you are building the older versions,
Hmm.
then you need to modify, right? So in
Yes,
the
sir.
freestyle project, we have an option to select
Yeah. The different versions.
different versions, right?
Hmm.
So now how can we do that? If you remember, where was it? I think it is under the global configuration, right? Manage
Hmm.
Jenkins. So let's say manage global tool configuration and Maven installations. This is where we have added multiple versions, right? If you remember
Versions.
3.8.6,
Hmm.
here there was an option to select whichever the version you want.
Yeah.
But in the script, how can I do that? I don't have any option, right? If you see here, global tool configuration, and if you go to where is the Maven project here.
Hmm.
This is that configure. So here I have an option, Maven version under the build.
Yes.
but this option itself is not available in this. If you take.
Yes.
So how to write? There is a option to use a syntax called tools. Okay.
Okay.
So under the Maven compile,
Mm.
before the steps,
Okay.
here
Mm.
use the tools and open and close. Okay. Here Maven space. What is that? We need that actually. Okay, there was an option. Manage Jenkins. Now we need to give this one time, right, when we are using it. So you need to give the exact version name, whatever we have specified here.
Yes.
Maven versions. This one I was talking about. It's a 3 dot. So what is the available version now here?
3.
Apache Maven 3.5.4.
Yes.
Let's say I want to build with 3.6.3. So here we specify this. Okay.
Okay.
Like this is the tools is the option. Under that you can specify whichever version you want. Just try this.
Okay.
Now. Say which version we have now. Can you see that?
3.6.3.
3.6.3. For this specific build, it will use the version which we have specified in that under the tools.
Yeah.
So this is how we can explicitly specify the required versions of whichever the build tools or Java version or anything. Tools is the syntax. For that we can use whichever the version we want. This is one thing how we can specify. Did we try the custom workspace? I think we tried it, right? I mean, syntax is just under the label, just adding the path. Custom workspace is the like tools. Custom workspace is the what is it? Command or syntax you can say.
Syntax. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So this is how it works. Now let's say. So I was talking about Jenkins file, right?
Yes, sir. Jenkins file to desktop.
Yes, custom workspace tools. Now we have option of so what is continuous in CI is continuous integration. How to do that? Basically, if you remember continuous integration, things will come from the Git repository, and from there automatically we will take it, right? So
yes,
now
sir.
let's say you are I don't want to write this pipeline script in the sandbox. I want to take it from the because what happens, these versions and all sometimes the developer only will manage sometimes, right? So they might there will be an option to modify them for themselves. I don't want to say give the my what is this build system credentials to the development team to modify something if they need to do something on the what is the pipeline scripting, right? So in that case, I can generally this is the practice people will follow. For every repo, there will be a file called Jenkins file.
Okay.
So in that Jenkins file, we will maintain the what is that?
Sir?
Hello?
Yes, sir. I can hear you.
Okay. So Jenkins file. This will be there in repository. Git repo, assume that.
Okay.
So normally Jenkins file will be maintained in a branch level. So there will be different branches for different versions, right?
Yes, sir.
So assume that there will be a branch for the test branch or the developer branch, right? So for that, we may have to maintain different Jenkins files. So generally, this Jenkins file will be maintained in a branch wise.
Branch wise, yeah.
Right?
Yes.
So what we have, GitHub.com. I'll show you that one sample Jenkins file.
Okay.
And we'll take that as an example and create a will be a Jenkins pipeline example. Right? Normally, assume that this is one source.
Okay.
So this is the file we will maintain along with our source code. Like wherever the pom.xml is there, there will be Jenkins file here. Right? This is the syntax. So let me copy paste this into a let's say where is my new selected. I just want to open with the Notepad Plus so that you can see the syntax in a better way. Yeah. So this is your sample pipeline script, which is Jenkins. Same thing. Pipeline agent is label whatever the Linux node. Stages, we can say. Do you remember the stages which we have used in Maven project? First, we'll use the clean. Then using tools, you can specify which tool you want.
Yes, sir.
Do we have this tool 3.8.6?
Yeah, which we changed right now.
That is 3.6. What happened to Jenkins? So instance down. It's running, right?
Yes.
Whatever. Started. Why suddenly this has stopped? We are not modified anything, right? Connection refused. Food stops. Why this suddenly?
Bhaskar sir, just 2 minutes. I'm getting one office call. I'll attend and I'll continue.
Sure. So which is our script. So normally this is how we'll maintain the Jenkins file. This is Jenkins file. The name should be a Jenkins file, like Docker file. This is the name should be a Jenkins file. That's what it's supposed to be. If you see here under the Jenkins file, this will be there for a branch level.
Okay.
So let's say if I have a test branch, so we may have to do different steps, right? If you have the production branch, then you may have to do different branch stages basically, right?
Yes.
Or within the stage, you may have to do different steps. For test, you may have to execute different things, or for production, you may have to do different things. So that's how. That is the reason. Generally, we'll maintain the different Jenkins files for the different branches.
Different branches. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you see, this is the Maven version. How to use different Maven version? Let's say tools we are using Maven For each stage, this is another advantage of pipeline.
Okay, in different version in
Yes,
different, yes.
different stages. But whereas in the declarative pipeline, I mean declarative jobs,
Yes.
you cannot have this option, right? So
Yeah.
once you select, that is for entire build, not for the
Yes.
step level.
Not-
Here,
yeah.
each step level you can define
Yes.
which version you want to use. I don't think we have these versions. Let us give the exact versions.
Okay.
Where is it? Manage Jenkins. Global config tools. Let us modify and commit this. What are the different versions we have? Maven underscore 3.8.6. It's the name we have. And which is the other one? Maven 3. Okay. So likewise, we can modify for a stage level also.
Okay.
This is the package step. Generally, after test, we'll do the package, right? Once that is done, there's something called post. If you see in your declarative Jenkins jobs, there are post build steps, right?
Yes, sir.
If you remember, we have done 1 or 2 post build steps.
Post build steps, yes.
Which was that? We remember which job we have tried post build step. I think for this one only. Build other project, something for that we have tried.
Yes, yeah.
So that might be job 6 or job 5. When we are defining upstream project and downstream projects,
Yes.
there is an option to, you can see here, post build actions, right?
Yes, sir.
So for these post build actions, whatever we are having, like email notification or many things, right? You can try it out. Once the build is successful, send an email to for the users, right? Applicable users. Those kind of things we can define under the post. Okay.
Yes.
So where is it? So do you remember how to integrate with the Git repo? Which option we use? There are different types of triggers, right?
Yes, sir.
So which is our Polesium? What is the Polesium? Is it used for Git? Polesium, what it does? It will just keep on polling, right? But we want another way. Do you remember? Whenever check-in happens, automatically my build should get triggered.
Yeah, automation. We used to set the timings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember the option? Which option?
1 second, sir. Execute consecutive builds. This project is stopped.
Is that pipeline 3? Okay, create a new item. Let's say pipeline 4. Okay, pipeline job, create it. Where is it? Hooks, you remember?
Yes, sir. GitHub hook.
Right. This is the option. And actually, we have already configured it, right? So no need to close GitHub. And say I'm not doing anything here. So once you give the option, do you remember where we need to add, there are few options, right? If you remember, we need to modify here.
Settings. Okay.
Project level settings,
Yeah.
webhooks, add a webhook. I'll keep on forgetting this. Git right. No, just give me 1 second. What will be the payload URL? Do you remember? We have done it for one of the project.
Yeah, sir. Jenkins
.com
GitHub URL.
project settings
Webhooks.
is what we have done, right?
Yes, sir.
Edit. It should be like this. Payload URL, right?
Yeah.
And what is all Jenkins? Is this the same IP? No, it is not. Should be very careful while writing this, huh? Otherwise it will not.
Okay.
Right, active. That's all we need to do, right? Add. Now let us, what happened? Some error, it is saying last delivery was not successful, failed to connect to host. For what? What was it? It was sent. When was it? We have not tried anything here, right? Why it was giving this? Okay. Let us do some commit and see. But this is not supposed to be like that. It is failing. Push is failing. Anything wrong here? Payload URL is correct on the right.
Yes.
Jenkins GitHub. Yes. Yeah. Oh, you see this? Can you see this? This is an extra. That's right. Slash is there. That's why it is not able to do that. Can you see here?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yeah, that is the problem. Right. Okay. Go here and we should check now. Still, this is the problem. This and deliveries. Okay. Let us try this thought. Source. something. Just modify it. Or pipeline. Saving it. Ideally, it should pick it.
Okay.
Because we have just committed. It is still not picking, right? But our it is wrong here. It's okay, right? Settings, webhooks. See here, this is working fine actually.
Yes.
We go and check recent deliveries. It has pushed also. It is supposed to start the job and where it is building. This is our pipeline, right? Configure. Some step we have missed it. Pipeline. This is the mistake. See, still we have specified here pipeline script. I think I forgot. This is supposed to be pipeline script from SCM, right? Do you remember what is SCM?
Source code management.
Source code management. We are supposed to specify this. Which SCM? Git.
Git.
And repository URL. We forgot to specify this actually. That's why it is not looking for. Which is our repository URL. Jenkins.
Yeah.
This is our repository URL.
URL.
That's why it was failing.
Okay.
Do we have any Git? This is what we have. Apply and save. So now let us make some commit and see. Permo dot. Forgot to modify it. Did we make the commit? 23 seconds ago. Supposed to add. Just waiting in case if it triggers.
Okay.
Did we give the correct details here? This is our Jenkins file. Edit. So agent label Linux node. Our node is correct, right? Node name is Linux-node, correct. Then stages are okay. Nothing to. But ideally it is supposed to trigger this. Okay, generally this is how I'll check that. Why this there is our pipeline. Anything wrong here? Repository is also correct, right?
Yes.
Is my credentials are correct?
NDR EdTech.
Jenkins, I think. Right. Do you remember which credentials we used to create a secret key?
Jenkins.
I don't know. Another commit. Add in the commit, right? Immediately it should start actually. Hope our webhook is proper, right? Is that settings, webhooks. Actually, this, if you see, for all three commits, it is pushing
Yes.
properly to that.
Mhm.
Oh, why? Anything wrong here? HTTP 70 Jenkins GitHub webhook. Correct, right?
Yes.
Approximately secret key. Not specify anything. Active only. Okay. To config a repository URL is correct, right? Pipeline SCM git. Is my okay. Let us add a Jenkins credentials. Okay.
Okay.
Username. What is my username? And yes, NDR EdTech is. I thought that is for. What does that? We don't want to do that. Are we doing the same mistake? Is it in master or main? Whatever the commits we are doing.
Yeah.
Last time also that was the mistake, right?
Yes, sir.
MASTR master. Okay, I'll check that. Mostly credentials will be the problem. So here there is another advantage of doing it here is you can build multiple branches. We are talking about having different Jenkins file for different branches, right? Like dev branch or test branch. So if you
Yeah.
want to build with a single job of a
Yes.
multiple branches, we can add branch here. It's a add branch. So instead of master, you can give dev branch. So with a single job, you can create, you can build multiple branches
Branches.
having the
Okay.
different Jenkins files,
Mm.
right? So in each branch, you can have your own Jenkins files, which is relevant to that specific branch,
Okay.
right? So in that
Yes.
way, you can configure different branches here.
Okay.
So what happens? First, it will build this master branch by reading the Jenkins file in that master branch. Let's say I have one more, create some developer branch here. Dev branch, right?
Yes.
Create dev branch from master. So I have developer branch here. What I do, I can modify my Jenkins files here. Maybe my label is different.
Okay.
So my developer branch is configured to different label, anything for that matter, different or different version. So I can build both at a time with a single job. So whatever the other parameters, what I'm going to use, so that can be reused. You can see this here. Script path. This is what we are referring, Jenkins file. So automatically it will read the Jenkins file, which is the pipeline script.
Okay.
You see here, this is the file name, Jenkins file, right?
Yeah.
This is the file it will read. See, did we specify anything, Jenkins file or something? No, right?
No,
So
sir.
by default, it has taken this.
Yeah.
Okay. So it will build that. Let's say whatever happens here. Really, it will fail. It is expected because it will not understand all these things.
Okay.
I want 3.8 because actual file, where is it? So it's building that the same script. See, first what is there in the script? Maven clean, right?
Yes, sir.
This is the stage it has executed. You can see here clean.
Clean. Okay.
Right. Once that is done, then which stage we have? Test. In that, you can see here. What is the problem? Ideally, it is supposed to start. Where is that? Pipeline 4. Okay, I'll check that. Maybe somewhere something is some space or something is missing.
Okay.
We are not doing anything here. So, like if you remember what we have integrated with using webhook,
Yes.
right? So it should, as soon as the check-in happens here,
It should start
it will
running.
start the build and it should execute the pipeline script, which is written in this Jenkins file.
It's fine.
Okay, we'll check that why it is not executed. Okay.
Okay.
This is one thing. So maybe you can try it out. Parallelly, I will also check that from your side also. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Sir.
So now one more option if you see here, this one, multi-configuration project,
Okay.
right?
Mm.
Multi-config project. So what is the advantage of this? So generally what happens here, configuration of matrix, you can see here, right?
Yes.
So you can add multiple agents or versions, whichever you want. Example, if you want to build a job in multiple versions, let's say you have some application which has to be tested in Windows server, Linux server, within the Linux, Ubuntu, and Red Hat, and Mac OS also, right?
Yes.
You're getting it right. So
Yes.
assume there sometimes what happens if there is a project which has to be certified in different versions or different systems.
Okay.
In that case, you can specify multiple agents or versions. Say agents. You can see here. If it select label, these are the labels we have. One label we have, and individual nodes. How many individual nodes we have? One Windows node and one
Linux.
right. This is
Yeah.
and different JDK versions also you can add. These are the different JDK versions I have. I want to build my project in different JDK versions.
Okay.
Save this and see. You can see here, right?
Yes, sir.
If you just build now, see, in many are building in parallel.
Parallel. Yes.
Can you see?
Yes, sir.
So what it is trying to do, this specific job is trying to build in label 1 first.
Okay.
In label 1, there are some systems, and with the combination of Java 8, right?
Okay.
In built-in node, what is built-in node or master?
Master.
In built-in node, it is trying to build, the node is different, right? Built-in node, master with Java 9 combination.
Okay.
If you have requirement for this kind of situation, where you need to build with the different versions along with different nodes, so you can use this multi-config option.
Okay.
Clear? That is the advantage of this. Just and you will have different workspaces for this. Like if you remember,
Yes, sir.
and all will run in parallel.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very rare scenario, but this is one thing. And another important thing is the kind of mandatory question for your interviews is assume that something happens to your jobs.
Okay.
Now we are executing this job. Something happened to this specific job. So it is not in usable state, but you need to release this build immediately. How will you manage? There are two options, right? There's something called backup.
Okay.
Oh, do we have backup here? I think we don't have. By default, we have not installed. So install a plugin called
Backup.
There are different types of backups basically.
Okay.
So we will try. Let's see what and all will come. Thin backup is one of the let us install periodic backup. Okay. So one you take anything. So using these backups, we can take our Jenkins and store it as it is into some location. Maybe you can check in these files into a repository, or maybe you can store this into a Artifactory server somewhere. So if something goes wrong for some reason, maybe network issue or some goof up happened, then anytime you can restore it back using your Jenkins. So where that will be? you can install, you can say there are different backup plugins. One is thin backup or periodic backup, something. Okay. So how to use that? Under the manage Jenkins, you will find those options. You see here, earlier it was not there. Periodic backup manager. If you install thin backup, you will get one more here, thin backup. That's all. Click on that. Configure. Okay. So here, the temporary directory. So where do you want to take this backup? Give some location like home / EC2 user, something, right? Like Jenkins -backup. Okay. This is your location where to take the backup. So here, backup schedule. Do you remember cron jobs? Or our right? Similar syntax. Let's say you want to build midnight 1:30. Right? Or do you remember the weeks every Sunday?
Yeah.
So then you can say 30 1 start every Sunday, right? If you remember, the values 0 to 7 indicates days, right?
Days, yeah.
So you can schedule like this. So what happens? Every Sunday at 1 o'clock or 1:30, the backup will happen. Maximum backups in location. How many backups you want? Let's say I want to keep 20 backups or 30 backups. Right? This is one option. Or another option is store no older than days. Let's say I want to maintain my backups maximum for 180 days. Okay. So like this, you can specify. And here, this is another option. Config only and full backup. Full backup means the jobs, including the jobs, whatever we have executed, including those job details will be backed up. But if we specify only config related, only it will copy the XML files, configuration related, like plugins. And the configurations, whatever we have modified, like we have added Maven, multiple Maven versions, those things. But if you want complete build details also, you have to take the full backup. Within that, if you want to exclude some log files or something, maybe .var files, you don't want var files, so you can specify that list as well. Right? And storage strategy. If it is you are storing in Linux server, the tar will be the file, right? If it is in Windows, it will be a zip file. Based on your Jenkins, where it is running and where you are going to take the backup, you need to select this option. Right? And this is the actual location for backup. Whether you want to store it in cloud or local directory. So you need to specify all these options and schedule it. So this is optional for you based on your requirement. If it is a very important job, take it every day midnight. Right? If it is not that urgent or that important, it is easily configurable. Even 1 week, if there are no changes happen, schedule it for weekly. You got it, right? So,
yes, sir.
Like this, you can take the backup and restore it.
Okay.
So here you can say there is an option. Once you take backup, so it will ask for what do you say, location of your restoration, wherever it has restored. So you need to specify that date wise it will be displayed in a drop down. So and so date it is the backup, so and so, and along with the radio buttons. So you need to select one of the backup, whichever you want to restore it, and just it will restore it to that version, specific version. Clear?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Okay, this is all about Jenkins. If you have any doubts, you can clarify. But pipelines we need to practice. But majorly those are the syntaxes which will be used. So pipeline, agent, stages. Within the stages, there will be tools. If you want custom workspace. So within that stages, you will have steps. And if it is you use the command sh followed by the actual commands, whatever is required for the project.
Project, yeah.
They may not ask the commands and all. So they'll just ask sh command like ls or sh space make directory. So it's all depends on your project requirement. I can say that.
Okay. Sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, then we'll start some other topic from tomorrow.
Okay.
It will be since we I think now we'll start with Ansible. Okay. You remember
Okay.
what is Ansible? It is
Deploy.
yeah, it is deployment.
Yes.
For deployment, we use the Ansible actually.
Yes.
So let's say if you have hundreds of servers, I cannot go and update in each and every server, right? I might take, let's say you have 100 servers, you want to update a patch, right? Or deploy.
Okay.
I cannot go and deploy for each and every 100 servers, right? Let's say if each server takes 5 minutes, so then it will become 500 minutes, which is waste of time, right? So
Yes,
for
sir.
this, how to automate? So using Ansible,
Okay.
right? In Ansible, there will be a playbooks.
Okay.
So how to write these playbooks is again similar like or with this Groovy script. Right?
Groove is.
It's the standard format. Just need to use that.
Okay.
Okay, we'll talk about that next session.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. You asked them, no, to create.
Yeah, I already messaged them. So
Okay.
they'll create. If not, they'll follow up with them tomorrow.
Okay. Sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Bye.
Bye.